Hi, my name is Anthony Fitzgerald, and we are about to shoot 5 fabulous models for the front cover of a magazine. I realized that there were so few mature or silver models, if you like, out there doing beauty, fashion, and I really wanted to address that by bringing them all together in one place and have them wear some of the most beautiful clothes and really to show that they are as exciting as your 22-year-old models.
What I don't like more than am I the only black model is am I the only mature model? I think everybody's noticed that things are changing. I just hope that they're changing and that it's going to be, on the long run, it's going to be, we won't even talk about it anymore.
The way I think I'm perceived is different in a sense. A niche market, perhaps. I think there's like an inkling of change where I'm feeling more included in a way that before it just felt like more tokenism in that sense.
I'm really hoping that by showing these images, we can really show that all of us who are models of color are in fact very different.
First of all, I don't know if I can really answer that question in terms of model of color, because I hate anything that's put in a box, but we do understand what this is about. And so when I was in my 20s, it was challenging in terms of trying to break through the fashion industry, because I would always wonder, and people would come and tell me, it's like, why aren't you walking for this designer on the ramp, or why aren't you walking for this designer on the ramp? And I would say, yeah, you tell me, why am I not?
Black representation is important, but I also think it's an age thing. We don't want to be faded into the background. We're out there, we're confident, we're proud. So, don't overlook us.
Ageism, to a certain extent, is being addressed, but it's being addressed by your silver model, silver foxes. I think everyone is culpable to a certain extent, because we look at agencies and we just don't see enough diversity in terms of age and ethnicity. I'm really wanting to show people that, we have models here who can do that. They can do catwalk shows. They can really head up campaigns.
In the last 2 years or so, I've seen some change, a welcome change. I think from my generation, the opportunities that we are beginning to see didn't exist during my prime years, if you like. Yes, so that's super exciting to see, in a sense, that some kind of groundwork, I don't know how it came about, has been done for the new generations to have more opportunities.
Far too long, I think that there are many brands who just aren't really trying to reach people like me, and maybe they feel like I would not buy their clothes, or maybe they feel like I can't afford their clothes. But in reality, I'm quite happy to go up to a substantial amount of money, certainly 4 figures. I just want a brand to speak to me.
Sometimes it can be very frustrating, especially when you're black, you're mature, you've got dreadlocks. You're like, oh my God, they have to pass the black, then the mature, then the gray locks. And sometimes I can be like, do we really have to explain to you that you're supposed to show reality? So show us, show me, show her.
A brand, a fashion brand and a beauty brand would do well to have any of the models today. I think they would be such an asset, I really do.
I went to take some pictures to feel good about me, and the photographer said, why don't you do modeling? And I thought, what? At my age? No way. It's working out really well, actually. I never saw people like me. And that's one of the reasons why I thought, could I actually do it? And then agencies got in touch with me, and I thought, my God,
I'm really pleased about that because it is also about each of us supporting each other. So many of the people working today are, people of color, and they, like us, are really trying to do something really special in the industry. I'm going to say the industry does not make it easy.
No.
Unless you are walking in somebody else's shoes, you can't possibly see what people see, and that includes whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whatever your background might be. So it's not necessarily even a color thing. And I think when it comes to racism, it isn't racism as far as we're being racist towards you. I think it's just an ignorance.
You see lots of fashion brands, high-end fashion brands, using younger models and selling that stupid idea to their customers or to be their target audience that, hey, if you dress like this young guy, you will actually look like this young guy. But that's bullshit, right? It's like, it just doesn't work that way.
Our age group is younger than we were 10, even 20 years ago. Because I think then you were expected to fit into a mold, and you dress older and you look older and you are, in a sense, not alive. I mean, today a 50, 60-year-old, it's like, it really is like the new 30.
I'm more confident within my own skin. I don't hold back in terms of, if I see something that I don't like, I will say I don't like it. I think that comes with age. With age comes confidence.
Hopefully what we're doing over here with Anthony's concept is to, break through something by showing this can be done.
Each modelling assignment, it creates a different look, and it's interesting to see how people see you and how they want to portray you. It could be either dowdy or it could be glamorous and fantastic.
And I was very specific in the brands that I asked. Absolutely every single brand that I asked supported me because they know that actually I am probably their ideal customer.
I wouldn't be here. It's Sunday, mate. I should be in church. Like I go, I don't go. I love it. Especially now that I don't have to go to the office anymore. It's like I've been freed from jail. Honestly, I don't have to clock in and out. I don't have to answer to anyone. It's just me deciding who I'm going to work with, when I'm going to go, blah, blah, blah. It's great. It's awesome.
So we've just finished shooting, and you tell me if these images are not aspirational, fabulous, and groundbreaking.